Can we just keep books as an affordable hobby, please? As per the article, towards the end of 2025, mass market paperbacks will no longer be distributed. They had a decline of 84% from 2004 to 2024, and I bet you that's also the time that everything became special edition hardcovers. Everything needs the sprayed edges, everything needs to look fancy. Like, why? Why does it need to be that expensive? Why does it need to be just aesthetic? We're here to read, right? We want to read the books. Because the mass market paperbacks were supposed to be the affordable versions of the book that you can find even in grocery stores. And if they're going to be gone, that's going to leave us with the paperbacks, although I do prefer that size. But if I had to choose between a hardcover and a mass market, I would have done a mass market. And I do mass markets. But I don't generally like hardcovers. Like, I mean, I would do a special edition for a book that I love, that I feel was special, but I haven't read one yet. So what that leaves us with hardcovers, paperbacks, and digital copies. And it's not like we can even trust the digital copies because they will change them just randomly, as we see in this video.
A woman on Twitter decided she wanted to read Pretty Little Liars. She decided to read the Kindle version of this book and noticed something extremely peculiar that didn't seem to fit the time this book was not only published, but the timeline that this book takes place in. On page 5 of this version of Pretty Little Liars, one of the characters in the book asks their friends if they want to come over and watch TikTok. It's a really peculiar question because this book was published in 2006, almost 14 years before TikTok was even a household platform. When you look deeper into this ebook version of Pretty Little Liars, you start to notice some really grotesque changes that were made to fit the times that we're in now versus the original text that was provided when the book was published. For example, there's references to Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok, which again were not available in 2006. There's references to Doja Cat, Adele, and Billie Eilish. Again, from a book that was published years and even decades before any of these musical artists were famous or even artists at the time.
And if they don't just change it, they could just make it unavailable altogether, even though you bought it, right? No, you just bought the right to read it. But also, like, there's this trend of recent books that are suddenly unavailable in paperback. There is The Wolf King that I was looking at, and it's a trilogy series. I was looking at the first book. You can't find it in paperback right now unless you want to spend this much. And don't even get me started on there is no anti-memetics division. Like, this is ridiculous. This is supposed to be an affordable hobby. This is supposed to be about reading. Why is this happening? While I do appreciate this new interest in reading, like, sales have gone up in books. That is true. But are we also ruining it at the same time? And if you try to be a creator, content creator for books, it's also recommended, if you're not doing well, maybe you should buy a microphone. Maybe you should get a better camera. Maybe you should fix your background. Like, it's also encouraging you to buy things.